Hello, I hope you all are doing well today. Even though I still sound kind of bad, I feel a lot better. So, although it did take me a while to prep my skin this morning for some reason, I guess, it is January and the weather is very, very dry. And so I am definitely feeling it. So, I am excited to get this look going today. I know I had shown you guys this eyeshadow little booklet that I have, and I've done a few different looks with this, but today I'm actually going to focus on this page and do kind of a rusty orangey eye. So let's go ahead and get started. As usual, I am starting off with my Milani eye primer. I hope everybody is doing well, starting off the new year. All right, and so I am going to take this color and just go over the whole eyelid. And then what I'm going to do is use this color here and maybe a little bit more of a brown to initially start on that transition shade before going into the more orangey colors. So let's start with that. And this one I am taking in the crease, but then wanting to blend that up towards the brow bone. And that's where you get the little, well, the circles going and all that. That's what kind of carries the color upward. And it's good to gradually get that transition shade built up with a blend of this color, and then I'm still going to use a little bit of a brown to deepen that up and then really add that color. And I am using a slightly smaller brush. And I'm focusing it really in that crease. And I am not going to be going up as much as I did with the first color, the first transition shade. So we're kind of layering it. So you can see how vibrant that is. And you can have a lot of fun with colors. Like I say, I used to go and wear the same look for, I don't even know how long. I might have switched it up a little bit, but now that I'm kind of experimenting more with cooler tones and different colors, I've just noticed that I've had a lot more fun with it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is go in on the edge and add the darkest color. And I like doing that with my flat brush that I use to do my eyeliner. And so I'm using this palette, which is the Impressed You Beauty Glazed, which is the same company as this other one. But what I'm doing is I'm taking a very dark brown and then a little bit of black. And this is just me laying out where that deepest color, that deepest definition is going to be on the eye, laying out where the the cat flick is, pulling some of that darkness into that corner. before I go on with the lid shade. All right, and I'll end up going back to that and adding more, but we will get on with the lids. I am actually going to go with this palette and take a kind of champagne-y color. It's a little bit on the warm side, but it's still very, very light. I'm just going to take that, and this is going to go in the very, very inner corner. All right. And then the next color I am going to use is just a touch of this one, which is that one right there. Really foiled metallic gold. And I'm keeping it still quite a bit on, if I take my eye in half on the inner side, I'm leaving it there because the color that I want to use here is this gorgeous color right here. And I love it. Unfortunately, look at how pretty that is. Unfortunately, I have to work with it a little bit more to get the kind of payoff that I want. It's not quite as orange as I want. So what I'm going to do is take this brush, get it wet, go in with this orange here, and then this. I'm not messing around. And then I am packing it on. When you tease me with a color like that and then don't deliver, there's ways to get the result that you want. Okay? So that's what I would suggest doing if you have a color that you want to intensify. The first thing, use your fingers. If that's not enough, use a wet brush or even your wet fingers. And that hopefully will then deliver that color that you're looking for. And in this case, I actually even added a stronger pigment to it. So, all right, so there we go. All right, so now what I am going to do is build up that inner corner just a bit. And with that, I'm going to focus a little bit more on the very dark brown and just get right there, focusing a little bit along the lash line and just a tiny bit into the crease. I don't want to go up too much with this, this dark of a color. So I'm doing it about maybe 1/4 to 1/3 of the eye. Then what you have to do is go back in with the other transition brushes and blend that out. And this is a good opportunity to maybe clean up any glitter that might have gotten into the crease. It's a great opportunity to blend anything that might need a little bit of further blending. Now I go in with the first transition shade. and continue blending. Now, another thing that I like to do also is take that very first brush that I had with the just the white and kind of pat and bounce on that area a little bit just to clean that up and blend that out a little bit, and then go back in with that first transition shade and then just blend. Now what I'm going to do is just take a brown liner and line my lid. And then maybe go up here. Today I'm going to focus a little bit more on my eyebrows. And I know that I love the, the flat liner trick where I just go through and do it really quick and easy. What I'm going to use today is this e.l.f. eyebrow pencil, excuse me. And I love this one. Look at how tiny that tip is. So you really can get a lot of definition with this. And so for today, I am going to focus on a little bit more of a defined brow. And so what I want to do is brush all of the hairs up and then go along the bottom. Keeping in mind, I don't want to drag that eyebrow down anymore. So I quit. As long as it's not past that, okay? And just really outline the bottom and then fill anything that's sparse. Then I'm going to brush my eyebrows down this way and define the top. There we go. So now I am going to go do the other eye, put my eyelashes on, and I will be right back. Now I'm back. I just finished the video showing you guys how I do my fake lashes, and it went pretty smoothly, thankfully. It doesn't always go that way, and so today it was one of those days, so, but I digress. Yeah, I have just been having some fun experimenting and trying different makeup techniques and trying different things with the makeup that I have. Okay. Now, another thing that I like about doing my makeup and my under eyes and everything like that after I do my eyes is not only if there's fallout, but also everything needs to be along this line. And if it's not, this is a great time to just clean it up there. So that's another reason I like to focus it on that area. Along with brightening up that darkness there, it really does help lift your eye a little bit. All right, I'm going to try a little bit more of a contouring look today. Use up some of this concealer. Just like, and like when I was coming up with this look, I was really inspired with the rust colors and oranges and stuff like that. And I thought that that one orange color that I was showing you was just so pretty. And, you know, sometimes it just doesn't pan out maybe the way you want it to. So, you know, try and adjust it in ways if you can, and see if you can get the effect that you're looking for. Another thing that I've been doing, and I guess I've just been doing it because I have product here and then I sweep it up, by highlighting this way with the light, it actually makes my cheekbones look bigger. It emphasizes this. And this is kind of bringing out and making this area, the tops of my cheekbones look a little bit more highlighted, more pronounced. Okay, well, I have been talking to myself for the last 5 minutes, and in that time, I concealed my eyes. I thought I was filming, but I wasn't, so great. What I was talking about, though, was sometimes when you come up with a look, you know, you're inspired by a look or whatever, and like the look that I was looking, you know, this for today, and that orangey color, this one here, you know, I see it, and I know that, you know, generally foils like that can really come out very vibrant and beautiful. And I was very underwhelmed when I was testing this look. So play with your makeup, have fun with it, because sometimes you can figure out ways of making it work. And it's so much more rewarding that way. So one thing that I am going to share with you, and I hope it works today because my skin, like I say, has been really dry. So this might cling to some patchiness or whatever. And if that's the case, then, you know, oh well. But what I'm going to show you today is this It by foundation. And everybody really, really likes this foundation. I don't. It's, you know, I just don't like it. And I think what my problem is that I always thought I liked full coverage, but I really don't. And so this, to me, it just doesn't, when I put it on my face, I can see it on my skin, and I really just don't like that look. But I think I might have a little trick for it. So what I'm going to do is put a squirt of it on my hand. And then what I'm going to do is take, this is a squalane oil. You can use any facial oil you want. And add a couple of drops. And then I am just going to mix it and do like I do, is kind of spread it out nice and thin. And what I think this does is loosen up the consistency of a full coverage. One thing I do love about the it CC and BB creams or whatever, I really like the smell of them. I don't know if it's the green tree, or I don't know what it is, but it does smell good. It smells fresh. But I do it just like I do, and then I pat it on. And as you can see, and I think it's just the consistency and the thickness um, of the makeup, because I notice it's harder to, clean out of my brushes and my sponge and stuff. But by doing this, it seems to give me the coverage and the effect that I really like. And then I go ahead and then just go over it with the sponge. And I received this as a gift, and I have another one as well that I haven't even opened yet. And it's just a shame because these are, pretty expensive foundations, and I don't want it to go to waste. So that's why I've been kind of playing with it and seeing. I tried doing it a couple different things, mixing it with my sunscreen, and that one didn't turn out that well. What else did I try to do? Just different, using my fingers instead of this application. I really do like this application just because it is shearing it out so much. I am not sure what's going on. That is the third time my camera's been screwing up. Okay, so I've got that on. I like it. It feels very, very tacky, even though I've really sheared it out. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is then set it like I normally do. And I start by setting my under eyes and doing the tap, making sure that there's no buildup. But yeah, so I actually prefer my $5 foundation, and it's something that I think sets really well on the skin. It's not hard at all to blend out, and it feels really comfortable. So you like what you like, I guess. All right, now I'm going to go in and I am making a mess over here. All right, now I'm just going to go all along this just because it feels really, really tacky. And I like adding a powder just so that when I do go in with my blush and my bronzer and everything else, it glides on a little bit more smoothly. Now, another thing is I use this Physicians Formula bronzer. I use this as my contour as well as my bronzer. I think contour is to actually add shape to your face, and then bronzer is to warm it up. Whereas this, to me, kind of does both, as well as even on my natural days, I think just by adding this, I don't even need to add blush. So I know I use contour and bronzer interchangeably. So that might be confusing to you, but that's, I just wanted to clarify that, is that this is a bronzer, but for me and how I use it for contour as well as bronzing, because I don't go in with a separate contour. So I apply this where I would be contouring. But it's also warming up my face. And I mesh this in then with my blush as well. And see right along here, I'm adding warmth, but I'm also contouring my forehead. And I hope I can get through this video. My phone is having fits. All right. And I'm going to fast forward this really quick. Hold on. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is take this brown right here and finish off the eye. And do what I normally do, is just adding it kind of right there, about a third of the way in. And then finish it off with my bronze. Tapping. Okay. I finished off my cheek. I added the Luminoso, and which I thought would go really, really well with the rust eye. Now what I want to do is add a vibrant, rusty colored lip, which is a little different for me because normally I go with maybe a lighter lip. I know I'm bad about my lips. I kind of think of them more as an afterthought, and I need to be a little bit more intentional with them. Okay. I'm just not one who wears lipstick that much. But I did want to do something a little bit special today. I'm just going to brighten it up a little bit with a nice light topper. All right, well, I hope you like this look. I know it's a little bit on the colorful, vibrant side, but just, I hope this shows you that you can have a lot of fun with your makeup and just try different things, because you might find something that you actually really end up enjoying. So I hope you have a great day. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon.